Welcome to Lesson 7. In this video, we'll dive deeper into the Workflow tab to show you how to sign up and log in users. This lesson will also build on the knowledge that you have gained from the previous one, because we'll include how to use reusable elements and custom states. So let's get started. So just to explain what we'll be building in this lesson, we see that we have a pop-up, which is basically a reusable element. And this is actually a default reusable element which Bubble provides to us. All you have to do is to come to this drop down that shows you your pages, and then under the section that says reusable elements, you can click the one that says sign up or login pop-up, and it will bring you to this page. So when we look closely, we can see that this pop-up actually has two groups within it. It has a sign up group, and when we hide that, we can see that there's also a login group. So basically, we'll need a way to show or hide the login group, as well as a way to show and hide the sign up group. So in other words, when a person sees the sign up and would actually like to log in and clicks on this login button, the pop-up should hide this group and then show the login group, and vice versa. So if a person sees this login pop-up and would actually like to sign up, the pop-up should hide this login group and show the sign up group instead. So we're going to do this using custom states, which is something we've learned in the previous lesson. So we remember that in our previous lesson, in order to create a custom state, we can basically use any element. So in this example, we'll actually attach the custom state to this pop-up. So like before, we can click on this icon in order to show the element inspector. And as you can see, we are given a custom state that has already been created for us. But we're going to delete this, as well as other workflows within the Workflow tab, because we're going to do everything from scratch. And then after deleting it, you'll see that we still have some issues left. So in order to solve those, we'll just click on the issues, and then we'll click on the specific issue. And then we can remove these conditions because we're going to set them up ourselves. And after that, we have a clean slate where we can now start using custom states. So in our last lesson, we saw an example of using custom states, and our custom state had a type of text. But sometimes when using text, you can actually make a typo, because during development, you'll need to type in the text yourself. And if you make a mistake or a typo, then your feature that you're building will not work as expected. So as a workaround, instead of using text as our type for our custom state, we're going to use option sets. So before we create our option set, let's think how we're going to configure this. So in this example, we just want to be able to show and hide these two groups, the login group as well as the sign up group. So in other words, we can say that we have two modes, the login mode and the sign up mode. So we can go to our option sets by going to the data tab and going to option sets, and then create our mode. So we can name this mode. And then here we can create our two modes, which is login and sign up. So now we have created our option sets. So we can go back to our page by going to the design tab, and then we want to create the custom state to this pop-up. So we can click on the icon here and create a new custom state, and we can call it mode. And then we remember that we created an option set also called mode, and then we can click create. And then we can set a default value, and we can use sign up. So in other words, this would make that every time the pop-up shows, it will be on the sign up mode. So we expect this group to be shown and the login group to be hidden by default, unless we specify anything different. And then we want to be able to change the state using the button here. So if a person sees this sign up form but would actually like to log in, we need this button to be able to hide this sign up form and show the login form. Let's create a condition to have this form to show only when the state is set to sign up. So we can click on this group and say that when this pop-up, which is called the sign or login pop-up, so when this pop-up's mode is sign up, then this element or this whole group or the sign up form is visible. So we can define another condition and then copy this expression by right clicking and then select copy expression. Then we paste it in. So now we want to say when this pop-up, so when this pop-up's mode is not sign up, then this element is not visible. So we want to do the same thing for the login group. So let's select the group and then add a condition, then paste. So when this pop-up's mode is login, then this element is visible. But when this pop-up is not login, then this element is not visible. So with these conditions, every time we change the state, the group or sign up form will be shown or hidden depending on the state. So let's now add that functionality using these buttons. So when a person sees this form and would actually like to sign up, we want to change the state to the sign up mode. So we can click on this button and then start or edit workflow. And then we want to change our state. So we can type in state and then select set state of an element and then select our element, which is our pop-up. And then we want to change the mode custom state. And then here we want to change the value. So since we're signing up, we want to change the mode to sign up. And then we can copy this action by right clicking and then select copy. And then we want to do the same thing for the sign up group. So on the sign up group, when a person sees this form but would actually like to log in, we want to change the state. So we can click and then select start or edit workflow and then paste our action. And then here we want to change the value or the mode to log in. So we now want to test this out. So in order to test this out, let's create a page where we can show this pop-up through a button. So we can go to our pages and then add a new page. And we'll just name this page demo. And then click create. So after we've created the page, we can simply add a button and then center it horizontally and vertically. And then we can name it sign up. And now we want the button to be able to show the pop-up. So that means we need to add the reusable element by going to reusable elements and then clicking on the sign up and login pop-up and just add it on the screen. So now with our pop-up added, we can go to the sign up button and then we want to show the pop-up that we just added and then select the element to show, which is this one. So we can click to preview. So here's a button, and when we click on it, it shows our sign up pop-up. And remember that we made the default value of our mode to sign up. So that's why we're seeing this group. So let's click on the login button. And now you can see that the login group or the login form is now visible and the sign up form is now hidden. But when we click on sign up, the same thing happens. So as you see, we're using custom states in order to control this. So now we can go back to our reusable element and then edit the workflows in order to sign up or log in the user. But before we do that, we need to have a page where we'll redirect the user to when they log in or sign up. So we can simply create a new page and then we can name it user dashboard. And then click create. And on this page, we can simply add a text element. And then we can type in dashboard. So this will basically let us know that the user has indeed actually landed on the user dashboard. So that's good. We'll now go back to our pop-up by going to our pages and then selecting the reusable element. And then now we can add some workflows in order to sign up the user. So we can click on the sign up button and then start or edit workflow. So an action that we want to use is called sign up the users. So you can find it under account, and it's this one that says sign the user up. So we can click to add it, and then it will require an email field as well as a password field. So we can click to add it, and we already have them here. So we can select input email, sign up, and we can click the value. So basically the value of this input field is what the user will type in. And then we can do the same for the password. So it's input password, sign up, and then click value. And then we can also require a password confirmation. And we also have that input ready, which is input confirmation, sign up. So we have other options here, such as send an email to confirm the email, where the user will receive an email confirmation in order to confirm that they do have ownership of that email address. And then we also have the option to remember the email, and this is a yes or no value. So we can just click yes, for example. Now, after the workflow signs up the user, we want to redirect the user to another page. So we can go to navigation and then select go to page, and then we can select the page, and we can select user dashboard, which is the one that we just created. So now we have created the workflows for the sign up button. Now let's do the same thing for the login button. So we can go to the login form, and then on this button we can start or edit workflow, and then we can add an action, and then under account we can go to log the user in, and this one will just require the email. So we can select input email login value, and then we can also select the password, which is input passwords value. And then again, we need to navigate the user to another page. So we can go to navigation, go to page, then select the page, which is user dashboard. And just like that, we have created the sign up as well as the login workflows. Now let's test to see if they work. So we can go to our page that has the sign up button, and then we can click to preview. So I'm going to click on the sign up button, and then we're going to insert a demo email, and then I'm going to add a password, and then lastly I'll add a confirmation password, and then after that I'll click on sign up. And as you can see, we have landed on our demo page that has the text that says dashboard. So that means we have successfully signed up. But let's now try to log in. So I'll go back to a page and click to preview. And then I'll click the sign up button, and then now I'll want to log in using the email I've just signed up with, and then inserting the password, and then I'll click login. Again, we have been redirected to our demo dashboard page. So that means that we have logged in successfully. So that's basically how you use sign up and login workflows with reusable elements. And we've also added some functionality where we hide or show the login or sign up form using custom states. And that's the end of lesson 7. And in the next one, we'll be building a picture uploading feature, which is a common functionality in most apps. So all that and more in the next lesson.